All right, welcome back. It's the Avid Investor Podcast. Excuse me, with me, your host, Josh Adamek. And today I'm going to tell you guys about Steel City Impact and how we are bridging the gap with Steel City Impact. So, if for those of you that don't know, Steel City Impact is a youth program, and our mission is to serve underprivileged youth in and around the Pittsburgh area. Primarily, as of right now, we're set up in the Stowe Rocks School District in the McKees Rocks community, and that's where we are building our presence. So, if we back it up pre Steel City Impact. We owe a lot of this to our good friend and leader, mentor, Simon Arias. So many years ago, 7-8 years ago, Simon started what's called Inspiring Minds out in Youngstown, Ohio, which is a youth program that serves the underprivileged youth in his hometown. And I was fortunate enough to become very good friends with Simon over the last couple of years, and over the years we've supported the mission with Inspiring Minds, and we see the impact that they're making both in Youngstown and Warren, Ohio, and other areas, and we see the value that the program has brought to the youth, and the measurables that have taken place, and the difference and the impact that they've made on the youth. And we're all for it. Our group of friends, we're all for supporting the mission. But about a year and a half ago, we really leaned into Simon a little bit and said, let's make it happen. Let's bring it to Pittsburgh. It's been an idea for many years now, but over the last year and a half, we've been focusing and working and pushing, and we made it happen. So what we did is we formed a new organization. It's called Steel City Impact. It's a registered 501c3. It's a nonprofit. Again, we're all volunteers on the board of directors. There's 13 of us on the board, I believe. 12 of us on the board right now. I'm sorry, 12 of us on the board right now. Business owners, professional athletes, entrepreneurs. Some key players in and around the Pittsburgh area. Again, it's a group of friends of ours that we volunteer our time to run the organization. And then we are fortunate enough to have Brandon Rumbaugh, who's a good friend of ours, as our full-time executive director. So the board of directors, we do some things behind the scenes in regards to the programming, putting the organization and the mission together, collaborating on the fundraising events and things like that. But we owe it all to Brandon Rumbaugh, who does the majority of the day-to-day with the kids. If we back up, about a year ago when we launched the program, when we started the organization, we had plans to do, go big right out of the gate. We were planning to serve 30 kids year one with a 6-week summer camp and 5-day-a-week after school program. However, with COVID and with the unknowns, we had to step back a little bit. We didn't want to hire our staff, build our team, and and then have to shut it down with, who knew what was going to happen at the time. So we didn't want to staff up, grow our big team, and then, not be able to serve the kids. So what we did over the past year early on is we started, just us, the board of directors. We started with a smaller mentorship type program. We got a handful of kids at the school that needed our help. And we spent time with them every week. We were getting together with these kids, just spending time with them, getting to know them, seeing how we could help them, exposing them to different things. And we did that for the first 6, 8, 9 months, something like that. We grew our core group of students. Some of the things that we did with the kids is, we'd meet them at the school. We'd spend some time together. We'd talk, we'd see where we could help them, what they needed help with. We teach them a few things, whether that's, proper etiquette, yes sir, no sir, manners, respect, things like that, shaking hands, looking people in the eyes when you talk to them, basic things that many of us take for granted, but we had to start with the basics. We talk about some basic finances. You know what is a checking account, what's a bank account, what's an interest rate, what's a loan, things like that, things that aren't taught in the school system. We help them with their schoolwork. If they're stuck on something, we spend some time with them, helping them get through it. We check their grades, try to keep them in check and see how we can help them to level up to do a little bit better the next time around. Where maybe they're falling off, where they need to focus. We're really just trying to be there for these kids. So we do that. We spend some time with them at the school. Then we take them out somewhere. We take them out for a nice lunch or a nice dinner. We've gone to the Heinz History Museum, where we had Tika Hemingway, who's on our board of directors, female pro boxer who has a display at the Heinz History Museum. She showed us all around there, and then told the kids her backstory, and how she led up to becoming a professional female boxer. We took the kids to Heinz Field the one time. Where our other board member and friend of ours, Ryan Shazier, was there, and he talked about becoming a professional athlete and the ups and downs with that. We had a day one time with the kids where we took them all around Pittsburgh. We had some kids come in from Warren and Youngstown, Ohio. We had a big group of people. There was probably 60, 70 people in total. And we had a full day where we went to Armina Stone in the morning. Emery talked about his business, told him about Armina Stone and his growth and how he came to the U.S. and started his business and how he grew it. Showed him the factory, took him around there. That's the day that we went over to Heinz Field. We left there. We went up to Mount Washington. We toured some job sites, some active construction sites. Bobby Steele, RJ Steele Construction, was there. He talked about running a construction company and opportunities in new construction. From there, we went over to Grandview Avenue. This was a real eye opener for me. I had four or five kids with me, 5 kids, I believe there was, riding around for the day. When we stopped at Grandview Avenue, 3 of the 5 kids that were with me have never been to Grandview Avenue. And keep in mind, they live a mile down the street, mile and a half down the street, and it's free. So, talking about just exposing these kids to things that are out there. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. It was a real eye opener for me. Just that experience alone. We left there, we went up to Arias Agency, learned about the insurance business. We went over to Hope Learning Center, where Asha Prasad, the owner there, who's also a board member, talked about, her business and what they do there. From there, we went over to Topgolf. We had lunch and had some fun. So, we spent the day with the kids, exposing them to different things, talking about different opportunities, and then we ended with some fun. That's what we do. And, that's what we did for the first 6, 8, 9 months when we were with these kids. Now that we're full-time at the school, we have our full-time executive director, Brandon Rumbaugh, who has, absolutely been killing it. He's taken this job and taken it further than we ever could have imagined. He's all in. He's killing it. He's absolutely blessing these kids. He's there in the school. We have our dedicated classroom now at the school at Stowe Rocks. Thanks to Sam Weaver, who's the high school principal over there, friend of ours. He helped us get established and get set up in the school. So we have our classroom there. Brandon is there with the kids 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, runs an after school program. He spends time with them. He checks their grades, checks their schoolwork, helps them with their schoolwork, wherever they need help. He sits with them, he gets through their homework, helps them get through their homework. They do a little bit of work, they do some reading. They listen to some podcasts, some motivational stuff, and then they most of the time they eat and have fun. So with Steel City Impact, our mission and our focus with these kids is one, to expose them to the life that's out there, the opportunities that are out there, to show them that there's an entire world outside of the McKees Rocks Bottoms, that there's an entire world outside of the projects, that opportunity is endless and unlimited. It's up to them to go get it and go seize that opportunity. So, with that, our focus is to, show these kids, guide these kids, try to expose them to different things. And then all with that, we keep a mission of a focus of mind, body, spirit with our program. So mind, we want to make sure their mind's in the right spot, make sure they're doing their schoolwork, make sure they're improving, make sure they're trying to do better than they did yesterday. With the body, we focus on health and nutrition. Brandon takes the kids to the gym, takes them down to the gymnasium at the school, shoots some hoops, does a little workout routine. He might take them up to the gym, up to Planet Fitness, get an actual workout in. We've gone over to Kama Worthy's gym, and Kama's put them through a little bag routine and striking combat type workout. So trying to keep the mind right, trying to keep the body right, and then of course the spirit. It's a faith-based program, so we spend some time guiding them, showing them our belief systems, and it's up to them what belief systems they choose to follow. But we openly share our faith and our beliefs with these kids. So mind, body, spirit is where it's at. That's our focus for the program. From here, what the mission is to move forward. Moving forward with Steel City Impact is to continue to make an impact and continue to serve these kids. Right now, we have a core group of students. Regularly, we have anywhere from 8 to 10 kids attending the program, and over the next year, we'd like to get that up to 25, 30 kids that are in the program. And we don't take just any student in the program. We take students that can benefit from the program, and students that will put the work in, and students that have parents that are acceptive of the program and the requirements that we have, and the mission that we're on. So it's a full circle. I mean, we have the school on board. We have our staff and our board of directors. We have we need to have the kids to be in the right spot with their mindset, to be committed to the program. And then, we need to make sure that the parents are committed to having their students in the program. So our growth plan from here is, over the next year, we'd like to get that up to 25 to 30 students in the program. We have plans to hire an assistant for the executive director when we have the right amount of growth within the program. And, our plan is to continue to serve. Right now, our focus is boots on the ground in Stowe Rocks Township, in Stowe Rocks School District, McKees Rocks area. What the future holds is to be determined. We may in time branch out into the city of Pittsburgh, but for now we're focused in Stowe Rocks. There's a huge need for it. When we started this program a little over a year ago, and we met with Sam Weaver, who came to the office and sat with us and told us, gave us the statistics for the area and the students. Unfortunately, Stowe Rocks is, their enrollment was dropping. They're losing a lot of students to charter schools. And then in addition to that, they were going through, at the time, they were going through the big COVID shutdowns. So they're forced to have remote learning, and remote learning is a challenge. I mean, it's a huge challenge when one, trying to get students to do their work, and then two, trying to hold the parents accountable for their kids doing the work. So they were having a lot of challenges. I mean, the dropout rate was record high. The failure rate was record high. They're losing students to charter schools left and right. So Stowe Rock's school district was having a lot of challenges that they're working through, and they're still having a lot of challenges. So that's one of the reasons why we chose that school district to serve. They're outside of the city of Pittsburgh. They don't have a lot of the resources that city of Pittsburgh school districts have. They're kind of, captive, remote, excluded from a lot of the things that a lot of the programs that serve city of Pittsburgh. So, they were in a bad spot, and we felt the need to take our plan and our program and our mission into Stowe Rocks and serve that community. And, we've been fortunate. We've been blessed over the last year and a half with the support from a lot of you guys, a lot of our friends, our sphere of influence, people that we don't even know that are supporting the program and supporting the mission. And, with this program does come some expenses, a lot of expenses, with feeding the kids, with the programming, bringing in outside tutors, bringing in outside coaches, having staff members, just running the program. There's a big cost associated with that. Transportation, getting the kids back and forth to the program, getting them to the events that we're going to, the things that we're doing. So, with that, we have ran a few fundraisers so far, or I'm sorry, we ran a few fundraisers so far, and we have a few more events scheduled for this coming year. So, if you guys want to tune in, if you want to follow along, check out the website, steelcityimpact.com. If you guys can follow it on social media, it's out there. It's on Instagram, Facebook, Steel City Impact. Just look for it. You'll find it. If you want to drop me a message, drop me a DM. I'd be happy to guide you to where it's at, to follow along. But our mission is to serve these kids. And in order to serve these kids, we do host different events, different fundraiser type events. Last year, we had a celebrity cigar event at Burn by Rocky Patel. And then we had a big wine tasting event down at the casino. Both were a big hit. I mean, it made a huge impact for the kids. So coming up this year, we have 3 events scheduled so far. We have the cigar event, celebrity cigar event again coming up at Burn by Rocky Patel. That's March 31st. And then we're also planning for a wine tasting event and a big gala towards the end of the year. So they are fantastic events. I mean, we're blessed that, we have some folks within our group that have ran a number of events in the past, have had a lot of success. We have a lot of good contacts within our sphere of influence. So, the cigar event alone coming up in March, there's going to be about a dozen local celebrities and athletes there. If you can carve out a couple of hours of your time to attend the event, that would be great. We appreciate the support, the love and support, and, keep in mind, it's all for the kids. It's all for the mission at hand. So if you can attend the event, it's a good time. We'll have some drinks, have some good music, have some appetizers. There'll be about a dozen local celebrities there that will attend the event, ball players, professional boxers, MMA fighters, some of the Steelers will be there, a few other to be determined. But it's always a good crowd in the room. It's always a good time. We have the tickets available for the event. We also raffle a lot. We do some raffles at the event, which are pretty cool. This year, we're going to be raffling off a Rolex again at the cigar event. So if you're able to buy a ticket for that and show some support, you have a chance to win a nice watch. Might be some Louis bags and some other things, but stay tuned, follow along on social media. And I know, when I do these podcasts, I say time and time again, I have nothing to sell you guys. I mean, this is for your benefit, not for mine. But with this with this mission, with this organization, Steel City Impact. It's something that I'm passionate about. I got a love for these kids, and I got a love for the mission at hand. And I just wanted to share, the details of the mission, because I do get a lot of people asking me from time to time, what is Steel City Impact? What is this? What is that? So I felt the need to take a couple of these episodes on the podcast to tell you guys about the different organizations that I'm involved with, and what they mean to me, and why we spend so much time, effort, and energy on these organizations. So again, with Steel City Impact, I'm a volunteer on the board of directors. It's not I'm not a salary employee or anything like that. There's no compensation splits or anything like that. The money that we raise, the money that we contribute, it goes to the kids. It goes to the community. It's there to serve the underprivileged youth. So when I ask you guys to support something, when I present something to you guys, and I tell you about something that I'm involved in, I'm asking you, if you choose to support it, you're supporting it along with me, beside me, and that really means a lot to me. So that's where we're at. That's Steel City Impact. If you can, give us a follow. If nothing else, if you're not able or available or able to support, the events financially, just sharing it on social media goes a long way. If you see what we're doing and you like what we're doing, just share it. Send it to somebody. Share it on your feed. Message it, email it, text it to somebody. Just help us grow awareness and a following for the organization. And, at minimum, that's all I ask from you guys, is to help us spread the word. And in turn, you're helping us to serve these kids and serve the youth in and around Pittsburgh. So, it all starts with the youth. It's the future is bright with these kids. We're blessed with these kids. We got a good core group of kids that are really, really bright. Just trying to point them in the right direction. So that's all we're doing. That's the plan. That's the mission with Steel City Impact. And again, all I ask from you is just share this. Just send it out, share it to somebody. Share, follow Steel City Impact on social media. Like it, tag, share, whatever. Just help us grow the following. That's it. So that's my message for today on Steel City Impact. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.